where I got my camera here, it's all shaky. But that's where it's going to ride today. We're about half, we're almost out here by Okusa. It is 7:45 in the morning. Be a hot one today though. It's heat index is up in the hundreds again. So I guess that means the high is gonna be like 95 or something. Yeah. That's summer is here. Still need to fix that squeak that's going on in the background. I don't know what the hell that is. Till I do, well, we get jam out to the squeak. It could be a squonk. Back there with the sad tears. For some reason this guy up here killed all these trees on the right hand side of the road. I don't know what he's planning, but ooh, that was a narrow place to meet somebody. Yeah, all this run to the right here used to have trees. Oh, you can't see it with the camera. I don't know if they're planning on building a wider, better road, or I don't know what the hell they're doing. Because I don't know. Whatever. Now, over here on the left of this guy, on this cane ranch, there's a big eagle's nest out there. It's been there for a few years now. It just keeps getting bigger every year, and I hadn't seen them in maybe a week. Oh, yeah, I did. I saw them there. Actually, one of them was down here feeding, eating off of like a dead armadillo, I think. Woo! This vape of mine not working too well. I need to quit this vape. I quit smoking cigarettes when COVID started. And so like 5 years ago, but I've been vaping though. I mean, I feel 100 times better, but it's not doing anything good for me, so I might as well just quit it. Now we're in Okisa. We'll be, yeah. It's a small place. I like it out here though. There's not too many little towns at the bottom of the valleys out here in the hills anymore. This is about it, if I can think of. I mean, I guess Barnsdall, Pahuska maybe. I don't know. They're not like, those are bigger. I'm thinking like these little communities, like they used to be everywhere. All out in the country around here. What I would like to do is follow the old railroad track that came through Osage County. That's what I'd like to do. Hike on it and stuff. But it's all private property and bullshit like that. I wish Osage County was National Forest. That would be awesome. Or, yeah. At least the Osage Hills. That guy back there, he's got himself a Trump flag that says no more bullshit. I mean,
even if it's done through the teams,
always gonna be more bullshit.
Subscription service, right? Where I would have gotten to see the ring ceremony, the parade, right? OTAs, right? I'm not that guy. I'm not going to watch OTAs. But if they had their own for the Chief Dorks, or the 49er Dorks, or the Cowboy Dorks, or whatever, people would be all in. For sure. Yeah. They would pay that subscription fee.
And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay at 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by the award-winning service of Groundworks Tulsa. Or the Big Mad Morning Show is next. Tulsa's Morning Show continues next. The Big Mad Morning Show on Tulsa's Rock Station. 97.5 KMOD. KMOD Total Traffic Network.
This report is sponsored by Rolaids.
Look at that chronic
When
stuff.
life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
What about when life spells spicy wings?
It's still R-O-L-A-I-D-S. Rolaids, powerful heartburn relief. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Road work continues on the north leg of
This hill right here, this is the hill I'm always feeling going down.
Just one lane at Memorial Drive north and south down between the creek turnpike and
It's rough right here.
road layout. I'm Joe Martin. Look at Tulsa traffic.
It's always in the shade over here though.
KMOD. iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. October 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu. Never seen before collaboration.
Once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Big Sean, Camila Cabello, Doja Cat,
big buffalo up here yesterday. Must have been a bull. It was beautiful. It was huge, like just real big and muscly. Good looking buffalo you got over there. I like its muscles. And its shaggy feet. Yep, to our left now is Woolrock. Whoever wrote that sign got that shit right. Alright. Oh, they got a Trump sign that says, "Miss me yet?" Supporters out here in these hills. They probably ain't gonna let nobody take their guns away. Everybody in Oklahoma got guns. Republicans, Democrats, Independents. We all got guns. It's Oklahoma. I've been trying to avoid the dirt roads lately just because it's been so dry the last couple of weeks, or last week or so, that there's a buffalo herd that it's just insanely dusty out here. I grew up going to Woolrock. Like, my mom had friends that lived out there or worked out there, so we would go out to, quote, visit them. And we'd always get in free. Go out to Woolrock and run around. It was always fun. They used to have a disc golf tournament out here on the Woolrock property. A good guy named Dale Patterson. He used to work out here at Woolrock, and he had that going. He's like the grandpa of Bartlesville disc golf. Rest in peace to Dale Patterson. Always driving around listening to the Big Mad Morning Show on KMOD in the mornings. I get figured. I don't like the other show. But I gotta turn it down when the music's on. I'm not, you know, I'm not monetized or anything, but they'll still hit you with this thing that says copyright. You got copyrighted music playing. It's kind of stupid. Whatever, I guess everybody's got to get a dollar somehow. I've been rolling my sunroof open this morning. Got the sunroof open and I got it cracked up in the backside. I like it like that. I can still see and hear the birds a little bit. Like I'm so like in tune with nature when I got my sunroof open. I know they're not the most fanciest cars anymore, but one of my favorite cars was the Buick LeSabre. Man, those things are comfortable to ride in. They had all the amenities you wanted, maybe more. They had kick-ass gas mileage, even though, you know, for the V6, it had great gas mileage, good power, pull trailer. I like my old LeSabre, you know. It's just not a pickup or a SUV. They don't make those nice sedans anymore. They will. They'll be coming back around with them though. They'll probably be the electric sedans. The electric sedan generation's probably coming up. Every summer, Wool Rock's back here been building on their fence. They've back where we just came from, they did that the last 2 summers, and then now they're working on this. Excuse me. I wonder if it's easier to sneak up on animals, or like to be able to see more animals in a like electric vehicle because they can't hear you coming, or well, you know, they're pretty quiet. You can hear the tires cracking on the gravel and stuff, but you know, there's no motor noise. It'd be a good experiment. Can I borrow your Rivian so I can sneak up on animals, make YouTube videos of them? Yeah. Now we are on Highway 123.
Good morning, it's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to
I text into the radio a lot.
5. Good morning, Lindsay.
I get things on there now and then.
Congrats to Kyla Walking Stick of Muskogee. Just got qualified for 100 tickets to 100 concerts for 100 years of the Canes Ballroom. And you too could get qualified
I ain't gonna worry
All
about
right,
it.
time for our listeners who are awesome. Joining us on the line right now is Garrett. Hey, Garrett, how are you?
Yeah, man, how are you?
I'm good. Garrett, you've been married 7 years. How did you meet your wife?
It sounds a little incorrect, but I met her at my brother's wedding. My brother's wife's cousin, and I met her at their wedding. I know it's corny, but when I met her, granted I'd been drinking so much. I told her that night I was married today, and so she hated my guts for a long time, but I finally broke her down and got married to her.
Why'd she hate you?
I was a little arrogant back then, I guess, you know, and I was a little bit more worried about having a good time than
Quick left there.
being a good dude at the time.
I think there's just so many funny lines in that story. Your brothers, sisters, cousins. That's just funny, dude. It says that you're a Mason, like a 5th generation Mason, man. I think that's so cool. That is not something that happens anymore, right? Like people take on the family trade, and you've done that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a curse, you know. My great grandpa, and then my dad and his 4 brothers, my grandpa and his brother, my brother. My grandpa actually married into a family that was all Masons, so which way it was going, we were all going to be bricklayers.
But growing up, were you like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do? Or were you like, I don't want your life?
Pretty much that, yeah. I told my dad in lockdown, I was like, I'll never be a bricklayer, and he used to get so mad about it. He's like, well, it's done pretty damn good for our family, and you know, and then I didn't go to college, so I became a bricklayer.
Right, now he just laughs.
I mean, it's done good for my family too, not to sound like my dad, but it has.
What is the best part about being a bricklayer?
Oh man, well, if you're good at it and you take pride in doing it, when you finish a job, and you know, no matter how many years down the road you drive by, you can annoy your wife by going, you know, I built this right here, and
I
What's
still
a
do
bad
that
day?
with carpet jobs.
What's a bad day as a
I
bricklayer?
put carpet in that house.
being there. No, it's a love-hate. When you're doing it, you hate it, and if you take, you know, a week off for vacation, you miss it, and can't wait to get back to it, and as soon as you get back to it, you remember that you hate it, but anytime you're away from it, you love it.
Give me a brag. Give me a brag about a project you've done. Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how bricklayers brag, but give me a brag about how good you are or a project you've done.
My favorite project, it's not my biggest project, but my favorite project I ran the vast bank across the street from Driller Stadium, and me and my guys built that, and I think that's one of the best looking buildings in downtown right now.
Right. Okay. So it's got the restaurants in the bottom and in the row on the top.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. That's
Nicely done.
How many bricks are there? Like, do you know?
I couldn't off the top of my head remember how many is in that one. The one I'm running right now is the Indian Healthcare on Peoria. We have 286,000 bricks lay out there.
And are you a mortar brick stack guy, or are you a guy that tells other people to do that?
Now
I'm
he's
more
the
of a
guy
guy
that
that
tells
tells other people to do it anymore. I realized really early into this trade I didn't want to just be a broke down bricklayer by the time I was 50. So I learned the trade real fast.
See all
and started
those
running
dead
work
trees up
when
there
I
on
was
the left?
20.
The whole
And
field up to the left side
Has that been
for a couple miles.
good for, like, because your dad probably was
Not
in it
bad.
and also ran the team, right?
Yeah, he ran work. He was the lead foreman on building the BOK Center, and when he was done with that, he started his own company, and I worked there for 2 years right out of high school, and we just couldn't figure it out together, and I left and haven't been back since.
Do you still get along with your dad?
No, I haven't talked to my dad in probably 8 years.
Is he alive?
Oh yeah, somehow.
So you had a falling out with him.
Oh yeah, big falling out. He started talking. I tired of me working or acting like the owner's son and stuff, and we've never really gotten along anyway. And finally I said, you know what, man, I'll just work somewhere I'm not the owner's son. And he said I couldn't work anywhere, and I'd be back begging for a job, and I haven't been back since.
And do you have brothers, sisters?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a brother and sister.
So you don't go home for Christmas or Thanksgiving or Father's Day?
Well, me and my brother and my sister, we're still really tight. But none of us, we all work there. None of us work there or talk to him anymore.
So, I was going to say, you think maybe it was working for him that kind of ruined the relationship for all you guys?
I think that was the final nail in it, but he had a real bad drug problem our whole lives, and we've never really gotten along or seen eye to eye. And I tried to fight it out, and it just wasn't worth it. I was coming home mad all the time, and it just wasn't worth the stress.
Right, so it was more of his extracurriculars that got in the way of everything.
Yeah, that's what anyone that ever asks me why I don't work for him, I just say conflict of interest usually, but it's we don't see eye to eye, we don't get along. We've all worked there, my entire family, my cousins, my mom worked there at one point in the office, and none of us worked there.
Yeah. Well, I think because people hear, hey, my dad had a business and we just don't talk anymore. On the surface, that sounds petty, but when you start putting in, he had a drug problem, whatever.
There's Bartlesville right in front of us on the right-hand side, downtown.
Short, right? Getting a disagreement over your parents'
Goodbye.
work thing, and then never speak to them again.
Yeah. I guess you say that.
But to be wrong, to have to deal with the...
This is the old Osage Casino.
That makes complete sense on why you don't
Been
want any of
closed
that
probably a
stuff.
year now.
Yeah, that's it, with my kids.
Maybe not even that long.
I don't want them around it. I don't want them anywhere near it. Like my mother.
They put a new one out, Highway 60, west of Bartlesville. Right when you get to the top of the hill. Oh, excuse me.
Your grandkids either. And she did. She's rolling on to almost 7 years sober and still.
Wonderful. If your dad did the same, would you reconcile with him?
No, he's actually a different friend. He's sober.
Is there anything that can happen to reconcile your relationship with your dad? Because I can get him on the phone.
No, I tried actually about 3-4 years ago. I reached out and I told him sick stuff, and we started kind of hanging out.
See, I want to start from back behind me, probably about a quarter mile back there, and ride back to Bartlesville, ride my bike. But this part of the hill is kind of sketch, man. I always feel like I get ran over here. But man, you get some good speed going down through there. But you could start right here, I guess. But I just thought that you could pretty much coast all the way from maybe the casino back there where we were, all the way down through here.
Imagine, is there anything you would that could happen that you would never speak to your kids?
I'm all about coasting.
I
Not
know
pedaling.
they're young,
I
they're
used
very
to
young,
like to
but
ride my
at
bicycle
this
uphill.
stage in your life, can you imagine that there would be anything that you would not
Whatever.
speak to them?
I wouldn't mind getting a decent road bicycle.
And you had a pretty major life event happen at a young age that I'm kind of shocked by this detail that you don't speak to your father anymore, because when you have a traumatic procedure done on your life, you kind of reevaluate.
I like these old buildings here. Just I don't know what it is, but
Heart surgeries.
they're very cool.
What caused the heart surgeries? How did you find out you needed them?
so minor because the plug